Heidi, welcome back to the channel. Have you been trying to get started with your wellness journey, but you just can't quite make it happen? Stay tuned to this video so I can give you all of my tips and tricks, the things I use to help me go from being somebody who kind of worked out sometimes to it now being my lifestyle. I can't wait to share. Thanks for sticking with me. It's your girl Leslie, also known as the Hot Mommy. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. In this corner of the internet, we love to talk about lifestyle, which includes fashion, travel, wellness, fitness, and everything in between. It's my purpose for this channel to be a place that women, especially Black women, understand how radical it is for them to live their magnificent life. And if you're a returning subscriber, hey Heidi, it's good to see you again. Like I said in the intro, today we're going to be talking all about wellness. And as you guys know, I recently tapped back into making sure that wellness was a part of my lifestyle within the past year, and it's been so pivotal for me. Not only has it helped me be more confident in my body, but it's helped me in my mental health. It's helped me be more comfortable as a person. I feel honestly better physically. It has just really been the jump start to what I can't wait to enter into, which is my 40s. I am somebody that grew up playing outside, okay? And I mean playing outside hard. Like going out there from the moment the sun came up and being there until them street lights came on and I was forced to come in the house. Throughout high school, I played basketball, I ran track. I was just always involved in doing something very physical. And then college came. In my mind, I thought when I went to college that I was gonna be like working out. There was a gym on campus, like it was easy, I could do it, but y'all know that didn't happen. Y'all know it didn't. I mean, they don't call it freshman 15 for no reason. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're hanging out, you're partying, you're kicking it, you're studying, you're socializing. There's just so much going on that typically your wellness and your fitness takes a back burner. Not to mention, you're in your late teens, your early 20s, you're not thinking about health like that. You're kind of like, child, I could drink Everclear, eat a whole pizza, go to McDonald's and get me a McFlurry, go to Wendy's and get a Frosty and some French fries and be fine the next day. There's so much going on that the idea of taking time out to keep your body well is just not in the forefront of your mind. Let me tell you, at 39, that ain't the case, okay? That it's just not the case. And so last year, I really started to feel in my body physically like old. You know, I just was feeling tight when I got up. I was starting to feel so many aches and pains in my body. It was just really becoming like a stress point for me. And I was like, you know what? I cannot be feeling like this. This is crazy. Like, I'm only 37, 38 years old. Like, I'm not even 40 years old yet. And I don't want to look up and be 60 years old and, you know, need a hip replacement or need a cane or whatever the case may be. As we get older, obviously our bodies naturally age, but we can take care of them in order so that that aging process is kind to us. And so really what I want to talk to you guys about in this video is just how to incorporate wellness into your life so that it's not something you dread, but it's something that is just a part of what you do in your everyday living. My first tip for making wellness something that's a part of your lifestyle is to find something you enjoy. I know that it feels like such a basic tip, but honestly, nobody wants to do things they don't like, right? And there are some things that you just have to do that you may not enjoy. Your job, right? Even the job that you may love to go to is still work sometimes. And it's kind of the same way with fitness. You have to think about working out and being active as just something that is a part of what you have to do. And it's not just necessarily for being skinny or looking fit, but it's really for heart health. It's for bone health. It's for joint and muscle health. Trust me. I had gotten to a point where it felt like getting up off my couch was so challenging because my knees were always in pain. And my friends know this is so true because they've been talking about me since I was 20 years old. Like, girl, them knees. But you know, when you played basketball and you ran track and you were running hurdles, they've been through it. But if you find something that you enjoy, it makes wellness easier to get into. I went through a series of things before I really figured out what I liked. I'm talking about 4 or 5 personal trainers. I loved personal training. I really enjoyed, I think, kind of, not necessarily the one-on-one of personal training because I often worked out with other friends, but really like the circuits of personal training. I loved that it would change every day, that when I showed up there, it wasn't going to be the same like thing all the time. I liked having a guide, somebody that was going to walk me through the gym and tell me how to use the machines, how they were effectively working on my body and for my body. That is something that I really, really enjoyed. I tried to do yoga. Yoga is not really something that is for me. I think it is a little too slow and methodical in a way that I can't always appreciate. I do understand the benefits of it, but I don't find that it's something I gravitate toward. But I love Pilates, which I think is amazing. I am a person that likes reformer Pilates. I prefer that to mat because I love the use of the machine. I love feeling the stretch, you know, with the bands, with the springs, with the board. It's just, it makes me feel so good. And I think the reason Pilates has become obviously so popular is because what it can do for your body with just lengthening your muscles and making you feel strong. But I love that even though the movements of Pilates are slow and very like purposeful, that you can feel them and see them working in real time. That is my favorite thing about Pilates. I've tried Orange Theory. Orange Theory is like kind of like a boot camp sort of class where you go to various different stations. You start on the treadmill, use a rowers, you lift weights. You could try a class pass, which is great if you want to just kind of figure out what you like, look into that. Check in with your insurance, to be honest, because your medical insurance may have some sort of wellness component that allows you to join a gym and they'll basically pay for it. That's something that I didn't even know existed on my insurance until I looked it up recently. So check into that. If you're looking up classes in your area, take a friend with you and try one of the classes. The thing about a wellness journey is really a lot of it is trial and error. You may not like everything, but you will definitely figure out something that you love and you enjoy and you can keep returning back to. So my second tip for getting started on your wellness journey is make it cute. I mean, honestly, okay? Y'all know how I feel. You got to keep a level of chic in everything. And when you don't look your best, you're not necessarily going to feel your best and want to get up and go. And in the beginning of your wellness journey, it's going to feel challenging, you know, to get up and be like, I'm going to the gym, or I'm going for my walk, I'm going to take my run, I'm going to play tennis, I'm going to go play a little pickleball. Whatever the thing it is that you may be doing, because it's not a habit yet, it can feel challenging. But putting on a cute pair of shoes or putting on a workout outfit that makes you feel good is something that can motivate you to getting up and going to exercise. I had to really start doing that. For me, getting up, even when I was just like working out in my backyard every day, it would be like, if I put on a little Joy Lab set from Target, I'm gonna feel like something. Even if I'm, you know, like, girl, I don't know. But just having those workout sets, having them in my drawers and being like, oh, this is cute. Okay, let me get up and go and put it on and feel like at least I'm trying. That is something that I now know is really important for me. It's like somebody may think, girl, that's shallow, just go work out. Listen, to each their own. But for me, if I show up looking good, I'm gonna feel like I want to do something. My favorite places to get sets are Rihanna's Savage Fenty line. I love her workout sets. One, because I think that they are great at snatching your body in. I think they have great sweat control. That is a huge thing when you're somebody that works out as much as I do. And if you're someone that's really into fitness, you know that you need functional workout clothing. Sometimes the cute stuff, it's not going to do it for you. Like me, honey, these, it's some D's on this. Like, so I need a sports bra that is going to hold me in, that's not going to have me flipping and flopping out here when I'm on that bike or running or playing tennis or whatever I'm doing. I want pants that are not going to roll down when I'm walking fast or I'm lifting weights. So functional workout wear, I would say Savage Fenty is wonderful. I only like to wear black when I work out. One, because it just covers up sweat, and so I don't have to worry about like, oh, I got a line of sweat going down my butt or under my boobs or in my crotch, you know, whatever it is. So I wear a lot of black when I exercise. That works perfectly for me. So find a brand that makes you feel good in your body. I haven't tried like Fabuletics or anything like that just because I haven't simply found any of these styles that I actually want, but I have tried Lululemon, I've tried Aloe. So my favorites right now are Target and Savage Fenty. The others are great, but functionality is really, really important for me. But I think that that is an important thing to do when you're trying to establish your wellness journey. Make sure that you feel good in the body that you already have, so make it look cute. That will encourage you to want to get up, go out, and make sure that it happens. Number 3, don't make your wellness journey all about losing weight. I think that sometimes the reason most people get discouraged when it comes to getting started by, having a more healthy lifestyle or something that's not as sedentary, or really getting involved in fitness, is the only driving force is losing weight. And I don't want that to be anybody's main goal of starting out with their journey. Which is why I'm trying to be mindful and not say fitness, but I'm saying wellness, because your body as a whole entity has to be well, right? From mind, body, and spirit. And so that's why saying wellness as opposed to fitness, I want to make sure that you're understanding that this focus is not just like, oh, I want to be skinny. One, because bodies are bodies are bodies. And right, in American culture, having a small body is of the utmost importance. It's not to say that I don't have something in mind of how I want my body to look or what have you, but I realize that that is such a main focus in our society, but health is not. And so don't allow just losing weight or a certain number on the scale be the thing that motivates you. One, because that thing changes. Like, scales go up and down. One, your body naturally goes up and down, right? You weigh more in the morning because of water weight and less at night, or more in the afternoon. It's just so flaky and so finicky that I don't want you to think of weight loss as the ultimate goal. If you feel like, hey, I do need to lose some weight because it's not great for my heart, or it's not good on my joints, or my body is starting to hurt, that's completely understandable. That was how I was starting to feel. We all have different bodies. They're meant to carry a certain amount of weight. They're meant to do certain things. Some of us are tall, some of us are short, some of us are big, some of us are little. That's fine. I speak to my daughters about this all the time, because I know, especially within women, that this is something that plagues us. Okay, from the time that we are young until we go on to be wherever we go after we die, heaven, hell, eternity. Okay, we will spend a lifetime wishing that our bodies look different, instead of just understanding and accepting that this is the body that you have. And if you treat the body that you have great, it will treat you great in return. One of the things I also tell myself is clothes are meant to fit the body you have now, not the body that you're trying to get to. And so if they're not doing their job, they get fired. That's it. Y'all know my rules. And so I tried, when I came back to my fitness journey, one of my main things was, yes, I knew I did want to lose some weight because I didn't like how I felt. I was feeling heavy. My body was feeling bad. But once I started to drop weight, I also realized, you know what? This is not my goal. Like, I don't just want to focus on, oh, I'm going to the gym so I can lose all kinds of weight, because then what? I didn't want weight loss to be my ultimate focus, because I didn't want that to be the reason I was getting up to go to the gym, right? I didn't want that to be the encouragement. So I go to the gym and I exercise for this, for my mental health, right? That is not the focus. Weight loss is not the focus. My mental health is. When I get up and I can get on that bike and I can spend 45 minutes that's just about me, where I'm not giving to anybody else but myself. I can spend an hour in Pilates where it's just about what I can do, or I can spend an hour lifting weights or doing something that makes me feel stronger. When you start to do things like that for yourself within your wellness journey, you start to have more trust in your body. You start to believe in your body more, and you start to appreciate it more, to be truthfully honest. Be mindful not to make that the only goal you have on your wellness journey. It can be something that you're working towards. It can be something that you're trying to get to. Start your wellness journey because you want to be focused on how it can help you appreciate the body that you have, not some future body that you may meet one day, but the one you have right now. Let that body be the thing that you're focusing on. For my fourth tip, it has to be understood that it takes time. It takes time to see changes in your body, and it takes time to commit to your wellness. It takes time for you to figure out what's working for you. So it's not going to be an overnight thing. And I know that sometimes when we get started trying to go to the gym, we expect to wake up with abs the next day. I get it. Okay? Especially when your body is hurting and you're sore and you feeling like, not me doing all this work and nothing is changing. I get that. But be willing to understand that it takes time. I can tell you now, after hitting 25 spin classes, 75 spin classes, 100 spin classes, that it wasn't until recently, right, after a year of consistent everyday exercising, that I started to finally really notice the change in my body. When you look in the mirror every day, your body is going to look the same because of how you think about it. And so it took a year for me to really start to unlearn the ways that I, was thinking about my body, for me to try to work on not being as critical toward it. But the reason I was able to do that is because I was showing up every day for myself, going and, choosing to get on that bike or choosing to run on the treadmill or lifting weights helped me gain a confidence and a trust within myself that I knew I would do it. And so now it's so wild how I'm not even super focused on like, oh, did I lose weight, or how much do I weigh, or like, what does my body look like? Other people will tell me, like, oh, you looking so good. Oh, you looking so skinny. And listen, the compliments feel nice, but what I want people to know is that it just takes time, and anything takes time. If you only commit to going to the gym for 2 months, then you're probably not going to see any changes. You're not going to see anything shift in your life. But if you're saying, you know what, I'm just going to take the time that it takes. What I'm willing to do is get up every day, right? What I'm willing to do is get up 3 days a week, 4 days a week. And I started off slow, right? I was only going to the gym maybe 3 days a week at first. And then gradually, it was like I was craving the gym. Because again, once you start doing something over and over and it becomes a part of your life, you're going to want to continue to do it, especially if it's something that's good for you. And so 3 days suddenly became 4. 4 has become 5. 5 has now basically become I'm at the gym 6 days a week. And I almost like forced myself to take the 7th day off and just be like, let's give it a rest. But I realize now that it took time for me to get there. That didn't happen overnight. Be willing to commit and understand that over time, you can see the changes start to happen. One thing you also want to remember about your wellness journey is that it doesn't all happen in the gym. It also happens in the kitchen. Again, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a fitness professional, but we do know that fitness and wellness is really 80-20. 80% of what you eat, 20% of how you work out and how often. So I'm a person that believes in moderation. I'm not going to tell you to never have a donut. Actually, I think that would be dumb because I like donuts, okay? Like, I don't think that you should deprive yourself of anything, but I do think that you should be mindful about the things that, you're eating and how much you're eating of it, right? I'm not somebody that can give you a whole lot of nutritional advice. I won't even try. But what I will say is everything in moderation. I personally do not really consume a lot of fast food. That's just not my thing. I don't drink soda typically at all. I do drink Poppy, right? I might have an Olipop. It's the holiday season, right? So I like a little fun-shaped Reese's Pieces. But I try to only get the little snack size. You see what I'm saying? Moderation. I don't think that you have to go from like a carnivore and somebody who only eats steak and potatoes or who only eats fast food to being a strict vegan who eats nothing but, vegetables and is plant-based and all of that. But I think that somewhere in the middle is probably ideal. Okay, hotties, thanks for joining me today on this video about your wellness journey. It's been over a year since I've really gotten started and serious about mine, and trust me, I know how challenging it can be to finally just get up and make it happen. But remember, everything just happens one day at a time. You don't have to try to be the best the first day that you get up. If you have some ideas or some tips that you can share with the hotties, feel free to drop them in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you have questions about how I stay motivated or how I continue to go to the gym and what I'm actually doing there, don't forget to follow me on Instagram because I share all about it there, and even on TikTok. Follow me there too. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel because I'd love to have you here, and I would hate for you to miss out on anything that I've got coming up. Be sure to give your girl a big thumbs up because you love this video, and share it with a friend. As always, I'm so grateful that you're here, and I can't wait until I see you next week. Bye.